Do you think that's why productions fail, or why people get frustrated? They don't know how to find all that.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, well, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
It's not exciting because it's people don't put the work into it. They don't mine it, M-I-N-E. They don't mine it for what is there, for all the gold that's there.
And
if you work a little harder, just a little harder in rehearsal, a little harder in class, the results can be incredible.
And you started a Shakespeare company in Brooklyn?
I started a Shakespeare company back in the late 80s, the Brooklyn Shakespeare Company.
Is it still running?
It's not. I just couldn't keep it going. At a certain point in the early 90s, I had too much going on, and I let it go. I'd like to get back to it.
Did you put up full production?
I'd like to get back to it in L.A.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Shakespeare Company of L.A.
On Lankershim. Brooklyn on Lankershim.
That's nice.
Did you put up full productions with that company?
I did.
Teach and
I put up 3 full productions plus a fundraiser, which was an evening of 19 scenes. So really, I did 4 productions with the Brooklyn Shakespeare. I did Lear, I did Richard III, and I did Much Ado About Nothing, as well as a scene night.
What about, we talked about this briefly, doing a scene night. Are you conducive to that?
I'm more than conducive.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled about the idea.
Fun.
But that depends on the commitment of the students. I mean, if the participants are really into it and really want that, I'm totally for it.
Yeah.
But if it's like, if
we're fighting for
if we're not into it,
no.
no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And since you're
But
starting
I'd love it
fresh
to go
here, we'll see how
Absolutely,
that plays
because
out.
performance is what it's. These plays are made to be done. They're made to be performed. They're not even. Shakespeare didn't even write them to be read. That's kind of a weird thought, but he didn't write them to be read.
He wrote them. Didn't he write them for the kings? Wasn't he assigned some of the?
He was commissioned some of them to a certain extent.
Artists.
Yeah, but I mean, back then there was no You didn't read dramatic literature. You didn't read plays. Plays were done.
Right. There's no TV.
And if it weren't for 2 actors who 7 or 8 years after Shakespeare's death ran around grabbing the scraps of his plays, we wouldn't have most of his plays because he didn't keep them anywhere. Shakespeare didn't keep his plays somewhere in a folder, in a drawer, whatever. These actors, they were all cut up in what were called now sides, literally, like sides of beef is where the idea comes from. They were cut up and distributed all over. These guys had to run around to the different actors who played the parts. Say, do you still have those sides from Richard II?
Wow.
Do you still have those sides from Midsummer Night's Dream? And collect them and put the plays together in what was called the First Folio in 1623, 7 years after Shakespeare's death.
I didn't know.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have them. Most of them.
And you wouldn't be sitting here right now getting excited about it.
Well, I might be sitting here anyway. I like
Because the water's so good.
The water's so good.
What have you done, Shakespeare? You did a play this past summer. Do you pursue roles out here?
I don't pursue it as much as I pursue other things, but I mean, when I got the opportunity to play Bottom in A Midsummer Night's Dream with the Shakespeare Festival LA, a wonderful company here in LA, run by a beautiful, talented gentleman named Ben Donegan. I did Bottom in Midsummer Night's Dream this past summer, and it was one of the best artistic experiences of my life, actually.
Oh, that's great.
It was wonderful.
What do you hope to achieve with the class? What's the best part of the class? I want
people to have fun. I want people to really, in New York, the most gratifying thing about my Shakespeare class at HB was that I got letters constantly from students over the years saying, Geoffrey, you changed my attitude about Shakespeare.
Yay.
I love Shakespeare now. I'm not scared of it. I can't tell you how that made me feel. So basically, I'm after those letters here. No, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to move people. As I said, I want to move people ahead, forward in their appreciation and their. I won't say in their love of Shakespeare because some people don't love Shakespeare. Some people just are interested. I want to make interest into liking. I want to move liking into love. Wherever, or fear into interest into liking. Just push people ahead, and to realize this is the greatest stuff. It's like, here's the thing, Shakespeare is out there. We know it's out there. If you're not interested in Shakespeare at all, you wouldn't be in this class, you wouldn't come. But we are interested in Shakespeare. We've heard it's great. We've heard it's good, and we want it to be good. We want to know what that's all about. So that's why we should do it, because we need to.
I agree. I think that says it all. We'll see you at the theater.